Hey, what's going on, guys? Outdoors with Kevin Outdoors. I want to talk about your backup systems for cooking food, heating up water, boiling water, things of that sort. So check it out. I'm on this motorcycle adventure from near Seattle, Washington up to Alaska. So I'm gonna ride my motorcycle up. So I've got my old school Primus stove, and I've got some dehydrated food. So that was my plan, was to boil water, heat up dehydrated food, and eat, and I'm good to go. So I was camping, had a tent, had maybe two campsites throughout Canada and whatnot, up to Prince Rupert, up to Alaska on a ferry. Anyhow, long story short, my propane, my gas canister, what is it, a butane? It popped, it blew up. It didn't blow up, but it like got a puncture in it. So inside my bag, everything was white, right? So as I'm riding my motorcycle, imagine opening up your backpack, which was strapped to the back of my bike, and everything inside my bag was white from this butane gas that leaked out. So it didn't explode, anything like that. It must have had some kind of weird small puncture on a seam. I don't know. I didn't see any holes. So anyways, I get to camp and everything's wet, and I'm like, okay, I gotta cook and boil water. How am I gonna do that? So the funny thing is I was trying to light a sock on fire, my sock. I literally tried to light my sock on fire because it was soaked in butane. Just so you know, it's not flammable. So that didn't work. Granted, I am like 18 years old at the time, during this time. So, you know, still young and learning and all these adventures going on. So I was able to find some old firewood at this campsite, on this kind of tucked into the mud. And my thought process was, I'll baton it with my knife and open up get the wet stuff on the outside so I can get to the internal dry stuff on the inside. And it kind of worked. I then found some old receipts in my wallet. Now remember, I'm on a motorcycle, so it's not like I got a lot of stuff. So I find these old receipts and I use those as my tinder to get the wood started. And luckily enough, my fire building skills were decent. So I was able to get a fire, and I was able to boil some water, and then I was able to eat my food, right? Until I could get to a store that has those butane tanks, so I could buy another one. Anyhow, since then, it's always been like, hey, what's your backup plan? So having a backup plan, especially when you're out backpacking, you're out overlanding, you're out just on a hike with your friends, or you like to get out in the woods all the time, just having the ability to have a backup plan, I think, is really, really important. So I'm going to show you a system that's worked really well for me. It's really simple and just might save the day. I hope I don't ever need to use it, but it's good to have a backup plan. So let's get into that. Okay, so I've got Mystery Ranch Scree backpack, and I love this Mystery Ranch bag. It's got the cool opening, just pull the top. So my normal system that I keep with me, and when I'm going backpacking, I use the smaller canister. So the Jetboil fuel, this is the bigger size, and they make the small ones, right? So you've seen the different sizes. They make the tall fatties, this size, and then they make the smaller ones. The smaller ones will actually fit into my Jetboil system. So most of you guys have seen these. I really like it because I don't have to do dishes. So most of the time I'm cooking with Mountain House type foods. Not necessarily always that brand, but let's see what we got in here. So here's granola. So these Mountain House foods, granola. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm sure we always got a biscuits and gravy down here. Let's see. Oh, baby. So I keep them in a Ziploc bag because Ziploc bags don't weigh anything, and then I can throw garbage in the Ziploc bag after I'm done. So creamy mac and cheese adventure meals. Okay, so you rip the top off, I boil water, put the water in here, stir it, and then I seal it back up. It's got a Ziploc, a zippy, zip it, let it cook for 5-10 minutes, whatnot, read the directions, and now you got hot food on the trail, okay? So understanding that that's my normal go-to. So my dishes are just my spoon and this, because this is the bowl too. This is the plate, the bowl, everything. You put the water in here and you eat it right out of the bag with a long spoon, okay? So the backup plan, so if this ever has failed, this technically is not gonna work. So you take the bottom off, you open the top, okay, and here's the heater part, so, or the stove. So I put the stove on top of the fuel, maybe, there we go, okay, there we go, instant fire, we're rocking, okay? So love this system, super simple, it's all contained, and it's fabulous. So again, if I was backpacking, I'd switch this out with a small one, but I just had this one with me, okay? So fire's going, I put the top on it, it snaps on, or connects right there. Then I boil water. So I never have to clean this thing because I just put water in it. And that's the whole thing why I love the Jetboil system. Now, let's just say I'm out of fuel, or this doesn't, it got punctured like it happened on my motorcycle trip, and that's out of the equation. So I still have water, I still have a cup and a stove, but I have no way to use the stove anymore, right? So this is now useless because I have no fuel, right? So I can start a fire. I have a lighter or several lighters, a way of starting fires. But the last thing I'm gonna do is put my nice Jetboil inside a fire. Now, life or death situation, yeah, I'm cooking this bad boy, right? And it's gonna be a cool story, and it'll go on the mantle, and I'll be able to tell that story. But every day, just crap, I'm out of fuel, I need to cook, right? You gotta have a backup plan. So my backup plan that I really like is really simple, is a cup. So it is made by GSI Outdoors, okay? And I wanna say these guys are made in Spokane, Washington. So what Pacific Northwest. So GSI, great job. I love that your products are simple. I love that they're affordable and they work really well. So it's just a stainless steel cup. And I'm not even sure if it's stainless steel or aluminum. I think it actually might be stainless steel. So this is my backup plan right here, because I can start a fire and I can put this in said fire and I can boil water. I am not worried about getting fire burns all over this cup and turning it black, right? The beauty of this backup system is it doesn't weigh much and it nests inside my Nalgene. So when it's on the side pack of my backpack, it sits right in there. When I pull this out, the cup is still there, and I slide that in, it nests right there, okay? So as far as 2 is 1, 1 is none, I have 2 ways now to heat up water. I can start a fire and use this, or I can use the fast, easy, simple way of the Jetboil. But again, this is mechanical. There are mechanical things. There's a dial, there's an igniter, there's things that could potentially not work. The fuel could run out, any of those things. So basically have a backup plan, right? This is probably $12 to $15 on Amazon. Now you can spend a lot of money and get the Tokes, the titanium, a lot of cool titanium versions out there if you're counting ounces and want something real lightweight. But for what I'm using this for is the backup. Now, I will sometimes use this as I'll boil water or make coffee, and I typically don't put coffee in here. I just use this for boiling water, and I could use this as just my normal camp cup. So that's kind of nice, but I love the fact that it nests right inside the Nalgene. So, and this is the taller, 48 ounce Nalgene, and it'll fit the normal 32 regular size Nalgenes as well. So it's got a little bit of wiggle room, so it's not a perfect nest, but pretty dang nice. And when this is in the side pack of my backpack, perfection. So hopefully you got something from this. And my whole goal of making these videos is, one, not to say that I know everything, because I am constantly learning and growing myself. Every adventure, I try to find something new, a new way to use one of my tools, pieces of kit, and grow, learn. I watch YouTube videos just like you guys. So I'm just like one of you. I'm just brought the camera with me and I'm talking on camera. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. We're shooting for 1,000 subs. We're getting close, guys. So appreciate you watching. Hit the share button, share it with your friends if you think they're going to get something out of it. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button, and you're not going to get a bunch of spam stuff. So just hit subscribe. We appreciate you. Talk to you in the next video, guys. See ya.